find those little bits of light that still gave me some type of hope that I'm gonna get through whatever I'm getting through. And even the wanting to fly free and get away from what I was getting away from. That whole situation really changed who I am, and it made me a better person.
Hello, my name is Taneisha Gordon. And I am an MBA student at Vanderbilt University and the owner of Sukhino Designs. Sukhino Designs is a design business where I laser cut and engrave different handmade products. So those could range from notebooks, lapel pins, desk plates, and so on. Sukhino means free from suffering, centered in happiness and joy. And it comes from a Hindu phrase, which is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhuvantu, which translates to, may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my life contribute to that happiness and freedom. If I can't be a light in my own life, then I can't be a light in others. Therefore, I have to have a light, which is my business. That's my freedom and my happiness. Most of my designs include encouraging, motivational, empowering messages such as live free, live happy, be you. In 2014, I started working my first corporate job. Ultimately, it was a big stress. It caused huge anxiety for me, depression. I felt mediocre, and I felt as if I wasn't living up to my full potential. I took a change and I started doing things for myself. So I quit my job. So just like any small business, I started in my apartment, had everything set up, and I thought everything would be fine. But then I started getting complaints from the neighbors, or whether it was the smell. I also did sanding, so sometimes it was the noise. And I even made adjustments to sanding during the day and just making a bunch of different adjustments to, be able to please the neighbors, but it didn't work out. So they tried to get me evicted.
I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope.
Now I'm at a point where my business is growing and I need a place to really set up my whole operation. Right now, I am doing my laser cutting in the coffee shop. This is my laser cutter. This is where I work. This is where the bulk of my work is done. Where I do all my cutting with the notebooks, the desk plates, the pens, everything. I'm sanding in the middle of a field, and depending upon the weather, sometimes in a storage unit, and then I do everything else in my apartment. On my way to my storage unit to get ready to sand some stuff. I normally go to the storage unit when it's bad weather outside or if it's super cold and I can't sand out in the field because of that. Usually I sand in the field when it's pretty nice weather outside or it's bearable. So yeah. About to pull up to my space. What I do is I'll set the tables up and I have a battery and a converter and I set all the sanding equipment up with that and I just go to town and it still gets pretty cold in here sometimes, but it's better than being out in the elements. And a lot of times when I have deadlines or I have things that I need to get done, and I do what I have to do to, to get it done. And the sand and everything, I keep my wood stored here. I also keep all my event equipment here and everything. And then I also keep a host of things. Whenever I find the time, I keep that in my car. So at any point when I have the time and when I free up
Then I'm able to like sand, in the field, or come here and sand immediately without having to, do too much as far as getting everything together. Here's my my setup in the back. This is the chair that I use to sit in the sand, my table that I set up, and when I'm about to sand, I take the battery, I leave that in the car in the converter, I hook both of those up. Here I have both of my sanders, and then I also have a vacuum, so I hook those up to the converter, plug it all in, go to town and sand everything that I need to sand on the table. And then I just have like all of my stuff that I might need storage, extra wood for when I do go to the basement of the coffee shop. And I have all my materials with me, and just anything that I need, I keep it in the car, because just having to, not really having a stable place, I have to make sure that I got everything with me so I'm able to do whatever I need to do whenever I have time free up, because it's literally all over the place.
Are you happy doing what you do?
I'm more happy doing like the designing portion of it, which is why getting the labor, getting a space, getting all of those things to reduce the stress of having to think about, okay, when am I going to laser cut? When am I going to sand? When am I going to do this? How am I going to fill this order? What am I going to do? Going all these other places. So then it's like boggling my mind down. It's about just the upfront money to push me where I need to go. Because it's hard. Like, it's hard, not really having a lot of money, to begin with, and balancing between, getting money from orders, but then having to put that back into the business and then recycle. And then you don't really have the money be able to set you up to a place where it's like, okay, I can actually concentrate. I can actually push my business forward because I'm not thinking about money. I think when money's an issue, it hinders you. It slows things down. You're not able to do everything you want to do. And so I want that money to take that off of my plate and be able to push my business forward. If I have to hustle my ass off by myself for 2-3 years to do this, to get it off the ground, I will. But I would like to expedite it a whole lot quicker.
I want my business to inspire people. I want it to touch people. I want to make a difference, whether it's through the individual, whether it's through a business, whether it's through even mentoring girls to show them that they too can have a business and it can be creative and something that they love to do. With your help, I'll be able to get a location and better equipment to help streamline and better my process, and also the ability to hire and empower young girls. With this will help grow my business so I can be able to touch other people and empower others and get my products all around the world. So if you don't have the resources to give, you can contribute to this. We're gonna get this. It's the last one, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So if you don't have the resources to give, you can contribute to this by sharing with 3 friends, sharing with family members, anybody that you think that can be touched by this story and that can continuously share this around the world. Thank you.